It's like strawberries, berries. Strawberries, berries.
I just hate those movies when the protagonist talks to the audience, but now I'm doing it. Hopefully it doesn't bore you to death. I'm trying not to do a Smithsonian adventure and give you the entire Mayan history in 15 minutes or less. But here's sort of the vacation from Cancun, Club Med 2021.
On a summer evening, and it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could.
Hidden beneath the vast canopy is a lost world of the ancient Maya. Nearly 2 million square miles of lush green hide centuries-old cities riddled with mystery.
Deep within the jungle was right. It was a 2.5-hour bus ride from the coast. And in fact, the biggest mystery was understanding the French tour guide. Our bus from Club Med was filled with French, but we headed inland. There wasn't any shade, it was hot, and it was humid. The things heat strokes are made of. Oh, and there wasn't a sea breeze. We headed toward Chichen Itza. That main pyramid sits directly above a cenote, or a water cave. That cenote is 82 feet deep, and the pyramid is aligned directly over that water cave and between 4 other caves. In fact, every Mayan structure is aligned. Chichen Itza actually means at the mouth of the well of Itza. You'll note the western and eastern sides of the temple are angled to sunrise and sunset. They're intended to schedule proper agricultural activities. During the equinox, a triangle shadow is cast on the side of the staircase. It gives the illusion of a giant feathered serpent snake. At the bottom of the structure, there are large stone snakeheads, which you'll see later, to further remind us of the purpose of the building. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world. The whole structure occupies 4 square miles. All the buildings are linked by 100 paved roads and sidewalks, which is very unique because not even European cities had paved roads at the time. This pyramid of Kublai Khan has 365 steps, one for each day of the year. Chichen Itza was originally owned by an American archaeologist by the name of Edward Thompson. He bought a farmhouse and 100 acres for about $75. When he first discovered it, this is what it looked like. He had no idea what was underneath the aftergrowth. There we are standing in front of it, and if you look close on the next one, you can see the serpent and the big shadow of the serpent and the snake head at the bottom. The complex for Chichen Itza is huge, and the American archaeologist ended up spending 40 years looking for artifacts. As we walked through the plaza and the square, there were lots of vendors selling everything you can think of: pot holders, jaguar collars, plates, masks, shoes, serapes, hats. They made their living off the American tourist. Here you can find one of the vendors with Hanes. She really liked him. As we walk towards the ballpark, or the ball court, this is one of the bigger structures in there. The Great Ball Court was built around 1050 or 1200. During ritual games, they try to hit a rubber ball through the little hoop. You can see that on the side. The competition was fierce. Whoever won the tournament was actually sacrificed on behalf of the community. We couldn't figure out how they played the ball game, so I found a video clip with sort of a Mayan reenactment. The only difference now is the winner isn't sacrificed. The carvings show the warriors, and on the next one you'll actually see the warrior getting his head chopped off. If you look close, there's actually no head on that one. We're now headed over to the Temple of the Warriors. That was built around 800. There are a lot of columns, over 1,000 of them. Originally they had a roof, but bad weather has blown that off. Each column is carved on each side with a figure of a warrior. One of the other things that we also looked at was the Great Observatory, El Caracol. It is carefully aligned with the motions of Venus, which is really quite amazing because Venus has an 8-year pattern, and the Mayans had figured it out long, long ago. Our next stop is a cenote, but what the heck is that? Well, we found out it's a natural sinkhole which exposes the water table to the surface. It's filled with clear groundwater and rainwater. Keep in mind that the Yucatan Peninsula is nothing but flat limestone. There's very little soil, they can't grow many crops. They don't have any rivers, lakes, or ponds. So the cenote is their only source of fresh water. There's about 10,000 of them. No two are alike. The one we're visiting today is a cylinder hole with vertical walls. You need a 2-story ladder to get down into this one. We looked at it and decided not to. We're going to introduce Haynes to the Mayan dancers instead.
And it sounds just like a song. I want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go down. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know if I could ever go down. Watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high, watermelon.
All right, here we go in the golf carts. It's kind of crazy. Everybody's got a golf cart or a scooter, and they're all making the same trip around the island to see everything. It is home to the temple Ichel, which honors the Mayan goddess of the moon, fertility, happiness, and medicine. In fact, Isla Mujeres means island of women, and it got its name because of all the statues that were found lying around the island worshiping goddess Ichel. There's also a lot of iguanas. They're everywhere. What will happen is we'll go up one side and we'll see the eastern side of the island. It has a very rugged coast and deep blue water. It stretches out to Cuba and the Atlantic. In fact, Cuba is only 300 miles away. The water is unswimmable with strong currents and sharp rocks. But when you come around the point to the other side, you see the western side. That goes to the Caribbean. It has shallow water, calm beaches, and lagoons of sugary, soft, white sand. This is the side of the island that attracts the pirates as a resting stop and perhaps a place to bury their gold. I'll have to admit, it was really scary, and it was really dark. At one point, we turned the flashlights off. We couldn't see anything. The water was cold, and there were a couple of fish in them. The guide said they were blind. I'm like, great, they can't see what they're eating, which would be us. But we made it through. It was the most exciting thing we've probably ever done, ever.